Trying to make it potentially a one-possession game. Up and under Pacey's.
That's what they needed right there.
Force one here. Up to Chin, who throws it down.
Minkler, good ball fake, gets to the 10.
Count it and the foul.
Two buzzer beaters to his credit, goes down the lane, double pump.
There it is.
Cut! Another! Another!
And it's a steal by Soden to the rim. He's got the layup, and Bedford's got the lead.
McGeady drives, Strand open, three-pointer up and in. Wow.
And they come up with a steal. O'Connell looking for the flush.
Make guys shoot twos.
Step back, Castro trying to tie the game. Juanena up the sideline, Castic way, double pump. Shot up and in! Up and in!
Trying to find Bono.
Mike with the steal! Mike is going to run up the clock!
Well, hello everyone, and welcome here to Bo. Nick Anastas, Justin Gorham with you, getting set for this 2024 NHIAA Boys Basketball Division III Semifinal between Conant and Kearsarge. Well, we already saw the other half of the bracket, and that was a convincing St. Thomas victory over Mascoma Valley. So it'll be the Saints against the winner of this upcoming war between Conant and Kearsarge. In a war, maybe a little strong of a description, but not really.
No,
given the fact that these two teams met up on the final week of the regular season, final game, just last week.
They're not going to like each other, Nick. You're right.
That was a knock 'em down, drag 'em out affair, a 28-26 final.
No, but you say that, that's funny.
And a win for Kearsarge that spoiled the Orioles' undefeated season, but Conant still ends up as the number one seed with the division's best record at 17-1. Kearsarge, they started 3-3, then rallied off 14 in a row, including their latest win, which was a quarterfinal victory over Hopkinton. So this one promises to be emotional.
Oh, absolutely.
And both teams are going to lay it all on the floor for one ticket to Saturday's championship.
This might be a defensive war. We might not have a lot of offense. If there's a 28-26 game recently, Nick, it's going to be one of those games where we're just hoping somebody makes a basket, or one team is just going to go crazy and play really well and be just fired up and ready to go. Get a lot of baskets. We'll see. Because the last game was won with defense. St. Thomas won by playing really good defense, by communicating, played well. Offensively played well enough to win. It'll be interesting.
All right, let's turn it over to the public address announcer for the starting lineups.
And now here's the lineups. The third lineup for the top seeded Orioles. At guard, contributing number 5, Jared Nagel. At guard, contributing number 22, Ben Sawyer. At guard, senior number 3, Manny Hodgson. At guard, senior number 12, Lane LeClaire. And at forward, senior number 15, Jordan Nagel. The Orioles are coached by Mr. Eric Schlosser. He's assisted by Mr. Jimmy Beard and Mr. J.P. Ricard. The officials for tonight's game are
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471 888-888-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. The New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse competition, not just in the state, but in the country. Looking to get recruited? Director Chris Cameron keeps an open dialogue with the nation's top college lacrosse coaches. Over 400 New Hampshire Tomahawks alumni have played at the college level, including the ACC, Big East, Big Ten, Ivy, NESCAC, NE10, and more. The New Hampshire Tomahawks coaching staff has over 100 coaches, including current high school varsity and college coaches. The Tomahawks offer training for players of all ages, clinics, camps, and leagues, along with spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse. Visit NewHampshireTomahawks.com and girls.nhtomahawks.com. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include tickets and discount cards to hundreds of local businesses. MG Sports now has a digital platform where athletes can raise funds in the comfort and safety of their own home. So become another athletic program like Bedford, Goffstown, or Memorial that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today.
Well, there it is, the national anthem here in Bow, setting the stage for what should be a good one. Nick Anastas, Justin Gorham with you. Part of our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire coverage. We're broadcasting, of course, in conjunction tonight with the NFHS Network. Three officials on hand. Peter DiPaolo, Randy Eifert, Richard Deschard. So we should be in good hands from an official standpoint tonight. Some quick keys, Justin, as we close in on the opening tip.
These two teams know each other very well. We're aware of that. And I'm just kind of interested to see if either one comes out a little bit nervous tonight. The semifinals are a nerve-wracking situation. Look at the crowd. Both teams travel well. You want to play well in front of your student sections. So there's going to be a little bit of nerves early. But one team, let's see if one team can overcome that offensive deficit they might have had the other day.
And we, of course, are stationed right in the thick of it here in the stands. It's a highly energetic student section wearing blue, supporting Kearsarge, and the Conant students are in the orange and black off to our left. We are underway.
3-2 zone, Nick. Big 3-2 zone.
Conant
high on the shooters. Hands out. Hands wide in the passing lanes for Kearsarge.
Conant trying to settle in here on their first possession. They're in their home whites as the higher seed here on a neutral floor.
And they matched up correctly, right? You match up a 3-2 zone with two guards up top, matching the gaps. Run some guys in the baseline, run somebody inside. Don't get trapped in the corners. Very patient on offense so far.
It's a 45-second and counting possession.
Now we see why the score might be so low, right? They're taking their time, getting two guards set up top. Look what they're doing inside. They're just cutting guys through, running, looking for open threes.
Here's a three. Line drive miss. Skying offensive rebound left short. Third try is short as well. Ball bobbled. A fourth attempt off the window. And there's the tip. They're going to wave it off. It's an over-the-back foul.
No basket. Wow.
And it's going against Jordan Nagel, the 6'3 senior.
That's a good call, though, after three big offensive rebounds. Wow. Holy cow. What a way to start on the glass.
So Nagel, one of three Nagels on the Conant roster. The senior is hit with his first. Meanwhile, Kearsarge's first possession. Trying to settle in here against an Oriole defense that looks like a man-to-man.
Yeah, starting man. So we have a zone and a man. Two teams that like to take their time, it would appear, based on their score offensively.
Meanwhile, a collision in the lane leads to a turnover.
I was thinking Conant might want to capitalize on that steal, but they really didn't try and score on the break. They got a bouncy player, number 15 there.
Down the lane, Nagel for two.
There he is, bouncy Nagel.
That's Jordan.
How many Nagels do we have? 3 Nagels.
We have
Jared,
3,
Jordan, and Jaden. Wow, triple J's. J cubed.
2 minutes in, it's 2-0. Possession number 2 for the Cougars. There's that Oriole student section chanting defense. Back door and a foul.
Nice pass on the cut. Good pass by Whipple. Whipple. Please don't squeeze the Charmin, Whipple. What do you think about that? That's old school.
Parker is going to the free throw line here.
Oh, I like that too.
You like that?
Yeah, I like that. That's fun.
So the right-hander getting set. And now we have 2 team fouls against Conant.
Early, right? 2 of them early.
Yep. As they assign the last one to Lane LeClaire, one of the 5 seniors on the roster for head coach Eric Saucier. Meanwhile, free throw up and in for Goen. It's listed at 6'3".
He's banging around in there early too. Notice he came in hard offensively on the previous play.
Ties the game at 2.
That's it. Got to make free throws. Who's going to make free throws? 2-2 early. Really patient on offense is Conant.
Leaner won't go from Manny Hodgson, and a rebound for Goen.
That's a good look. Not a bad shot. No 5-footer.
Extended pressure here in the backcourt by the Orioles. A bit of a weave here for Kearsarge as they look for their first lead with 3 minutes gone by.
A lot of pass, cut, look through, dive to the basket, try and just get guys so they stop playing defense after a while. You get open shots.
Coach Camp,
guys cut and screen.
He's crouched down at midcourt watching this patient possession. Inside, tough fadeaway, won't go, and there's the weak side rebound for Jordan Nagel. Nagel double pump, can't bank it. And a weak side rebound control for the Cougars, pulled in by Eddie Kinzer, one of the seniors. 2-2 as we approach the midway point, first quarter. We know the points may be at a premium tonight.
Yeah, right now it's kind of looking, we're halfway through and it's only 2-2. So
these 2 teams met nearly 2 weeks ago on February the 8th. That was a 28-26 Kearsarge win.
Oh.
And there's the first lead for the Cougars.
Tough shot by the Whipple.
Whipple his first bucket.
There's 2 Whipples as well. We got another Whipple.
3-pointer out of the corner, won't go. Off the side of the backboard for Jared Nagel.
Whipple on the glass. Oh,
now this ball ends up out of bounds. Last touch by the defender.
Got away with a reach and a little body foul that time. They let them play early, it appears. Last game we saw, that bumped the foul right away. That bump early, up on him, reach across the body, boom, bump, foul.
Jared Nagel's going to sit as Coach Saucier goes to the bench. Marcus Somero, another senior, onto the floor for the first time. 3.5 remaining first quarter. 3-pointer for Whipple, up and in. Whipple with 5. Kearsarge has scored 7 unanswered and lead by 5.
That one-leg fadeaway on the baseline, it didn't go in. Look at the old school Larry Bird shot. Kick that leg out, fade away. Dirk Nowitzki, Larry Bird style. I like that.
Meanwhile, another patient trip for Conant.
3-2 zone are way out in the shooters, right? So we're not too sure who the shooters are, but they're out.
Into the corner. Now Jordan Nagel puts his shoulder down. Finds Sawyer, who stumbles in the corner but keeps the dribble alive.
Good defense. A good defensive stance right now in that 3-2 zone.
Hodgson gives up the dribble. And now Sawyer looking to go to work off the ball screen.
Coach trying to
crossover into the lane, hangs, leans, can't get it. Tipped out of bounds. And back over to Kearsarge.
Can't get a timeout. Coach tried to get a timeout from Conant, just couldn't do it. Turn the ball over.
Orioles will set up a full court press. Kearsarge on a 7-0 run with 2.5 to go in this first quarter.
He dribbled right through that press. Whipple wants to go one-on-one.
He's had the hot hand. Fade away, no, but a foul.
You don't want to foul a guy on that shot, right? You just want to get a hand up. Whip, I like that. See, we got some we got fans in our ears here, Nick, tonight. It's going to be interesting if we can even hear each other.
So Noah Whipple, the 6-foot guard, is going to head to the free throw line, the right-handed junior, playing with a knee brace on his left knee, but looked pretty mobile there on that fadeaway.
He did. Nice fadeaway. You don't want to foul a guy on the fadeaway. You want to kind of let him have the fadeaway, right? Let him have that shot. See if he makes it. Keep your feet on the ground, hands up.
More subs for Conant. Jared Nagel, after a brief rest, returns. Lane LeClaire back on the floor as well. Meanwhile, Whipple goes 2 for 2. 9 unanswered by the Cougars. Conant has only scored on 1 possession. There's that Cougar student section trying to inspire this defense.
That's a massive student section today as well. Massive. I like to see that, though.
Both teams have traveled well for this semifinal. Meanwhile, Hodgson around the corner, ready for fire. And there's the 3. It's Jared Nagel.
All right, another Nagel. A lot of Nagels.
So 9-5 as Conant ends a 9-0 Kearsarge run with that 3. And now a foul here at midcourt is going to go against LeClaire.
You know what that does, though? When you pressure the guy or the player bringing the ball up the floor, that really wears on a player. It's hard to bring the ball up the floor every single time down. So if you can pressure and make him work hard, he becomes useless on the other end because you're tired. You got to pass the ball, and you might have to rest for a play, or two, just to kind of get your wind back.
Meanwhile, it's number 2 against LeClaire and number 4 against Conant. So they're up against the limit here for the final minute 25.
This is 4-0, Nick. This is like free throw time early.
Andrew Huff has come on, a junior guard for Kearsarge. Oriole fans chanting defense. Coach Camp calling for movement. 3-pointer is too strong from going. Up the floor it goes. Hodgson for Nagel thought about it. Here's the 3. That one is short, tipped into the corner, and Whipple with command trying to work the sideline now for the Cougars.
See if maybe they'll take the last shot. Coach Camp called something out. Maybe they'll wait till 10. The way these teams play, I wouldn't be surprised if both teams wait till the last shot when they have the opportunity under about 30, 40 seconds.
Down to 30 seconds.
Because they take their time. Maybe go at 10, right? This is kind of the trend. Everyone should go around 10. Gives you plenty of time to score and does not allow for the other team to score very easily when they get the ball back. Got to go here in a second.
Down to 10.
Now you got to make something happen right now.
Here's Huff behind the back. Going. Flashes on the wing. Gonna have to hurry. They go inside. There's the hook shot. Won't go at the buzzer.
He might have got fouled on that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar hook
will
shot.
do it. Kearsarge at one point rattled off 9 in a row. They lead 9-5 after 1. A defensive chess match here in the semifinals continues next. You are watching the 2024 NHIAA Boys Basketball Division III semifinals. Right here on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire, in conjunction with the NFHS Network.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
Well, start of the second quarter here in Bow. Nick Anastas, Justin Gordon with you, live from the fans, or live from the stands with the fans here
they're in our
at Bow
ear.
High School. It's cramped quarters for sure, but we like it. Tapping into the energy here and what's an electric atmosphere. Kearsarge and Conant. The winner goes to Saturday's Division III championship. They'll face St. Thomas. The Saints were 19-point winners earlier over Mascoma Valley. Meanwhile, a collision in the lane, and a foul is called against Conant's Ben Sawyer.
I think we're going to go out of bounds, right? Yeah, Whipple went to the basket, right? Whipple went to the basket hard.
They're going to call it on the floor.
Blocking foul on the floor.
And that's the first team foul either way in this second quarter, and the first on Sawyer. Conant scored the first bucket of the game.
Now we're shooting, Nick.
Kearsarge scored 9 unanswered.
Did he get the ball up?
At one stretch in that first quarter. Conant hit a 3 in the final minute, and that's where we are 9-5 with now 22 seconds gone by in this second quarter.
I don't know if he got a shot off, though, on that. Do you think he kind of went and just sort of lost the ball in the replay? We get another replay on that? Take a look and see if he got a shot off. No, I don't know about that one.
Well, they gave Whipple the benefit of the doubt, and he capitalizes. Goes 2 for 2. The lead back to 6 for the number 4 seed. Kearsarge, 15-3 during the regular season. One of those 15 wins was a win over Conant back on February the 8th, less than 2 weeks ago. That was the only loss in the regular season for the Orioles. Open baseline, Jay won't go. Ball battled around under the rim. Out of bounds it goes, and it'll stay at this end with Conant.
They might have the secret formula on how to beat Conant. You know, you play zone, make them shoot jumpers. Maybe they're a team that likes to attack the basket, because they have not shot very many threes. Most teams would take more threes. They had like some open shots, and both teams would take those. Conant doesn't really want to take those right now.
This Kearsarge zone has looked pretty good so far in this first half. Offensive rebound, power dribble. Nagel will get it to go.
Nagel gets up off the floor pretty well and pretty quick.
It's Jordan Nagel, the senior's second field goal.
That's fourth offensive rebound for him.
11-7.
So you got to keep him off the board as well, right? Keep him off the glass. Oh, that wasn't an offensive rebound. What am I doing there? That was just on the pass. That was an offensive rebound.
So the dueling chants continue between these rival fan bases. They've been engaged since the get-go. Here's a 3 out of the corner, a line drive miss. It won't go for Austin Needham. And now Conant trying to make this a one-possession game again.
See, a lot of teams will try and score off that break, and they're really not even trying. They just they're happy with coming down, setting up in the half court, swinging the ball around so they get a good open look.
Hodgson for 3. Halfway down, it pops out. There's an offensive rebound for Dylan Adams, the 6'4 junior. Leaner up and in.
Tough shot.
Jared Nagel's second field goal.
Another Nagel on the board.
11-9, a 2-point game. Meanwhile, Coach Camp roaming the Kearsarge sideline, calling for motion.
Right now it's Kearsarge and Whipple with 11 and Nagels with 9.
There's a foul.
Duel. We have Nagels with 9, Nick. Only Nagels have scored.
Yeah, 5 for Jared here early and 4 for his older brother Jordan. Meanwhile, the foul is going to be the second team foul against the Orioles and the first against Jared Nagel. Subs for Kearsarge. Eddie Kinzer will sit for the first time. And A.J. Tremblay played briefly in that first half, returns. Meanwhile,
close.
This one nearly a steal on the baseline, but the defender was out of bounds.
That wacky baseline pass has become all so popular. I don't know why. I don't know why that's such a popular pass either. I don't quite get it.
Very difficult. angle. Meanwhile, a little contact there, but no whistle. Loose ball collected by LeClaire. And Conant Kearsarge take the lead here. They trailed by as many as 7. Kearsarge going to stay in the zone with Whipple at the top.
Yeah, high post has been open a couple times, too. I've noticed that Nagel has flashed high post, opposite down low, boom, right open at the high post.
Back door. Jordan Nagel finishes.
Good low post cut.
We're tied at 11.
He clearly is a really good athlete, jumps well. They're having a hard time getting up with him. I don't think they're going to be able to stop him when he's around the basket.
Nearing the midway point, second quarter. Looks like an isolation here. Huff going to get rid of it. Going top of the key. Couple of dribbles. Finds a shooter on the wing. It's Needham. Needham's three is off target. And a rebound for Hodgson, his third for Conant. Orioles want the lead. They've scored 6 unanswered.
Good ball movement.
Hodgson steps into it too and scores.
Starting to find a little rhythm. Good timeout call by Coach Camp. Little rhythm now for Conant.
8 unanswered by the top seed. And they retake the lead for the first time since they led 2-0. So, obviously, this is arguably the biggest game these kids have played in their careers to this point.
Right.
Kearsarge, of course, they were in the championship 2 years ago against Guilford and fell in the final. Conant, after really 2 decades of consistent success,
They've been good for a long time.
have not been to the final, though, since 2019 when they won it all. So they're looking to get back to the championship round for the first time in 5 years.
You know, they're well coached. They always know kind of what to do, how to attack different defenses. I mean, he does a really good job with putting the kids in the right place so they can score, have opportunities to score, and they're very patient with the ball. You know, 13-11 with 3:56 to go in the half. It's a low-scoring game, but both teams are playing very patient basketball. They're both well coached, so it's fun to see that. Both
Just
well
one
coached.
turnover each way.
Which is vastly different from our last game where we had, double-digit turnovers for both teams, and these guys just don't turn the ball over very much at all.
St. Thomas, big win earlier tonight. They knock out Mascoma Valley to advance to their first championship appearance since 1992.
I'm not sure about who's taking the ball out here. You may want to switch that up with a veteran. 15 looks like a youngster. Whipple, that's another Whipple. Looks
It's
like
Eli, the freshman, yeah.
He looks a bit young, so you want to have a veteran take the ball out of bounds so you can get it in.
Eli Whipple just checking in for the first time. Meanwhile, it doesn't matter who's throwing it in. Conant getting after it here in the backcourt defensively.
This is if you're young and you're watching. Fake high, throw low, fake low, throw high, right by the ear. Guys can't get their hands up. Defensive players cannot get their hands up by their ears very quickly. Just don't hit anybody in the face and you'll be okay.
Here's Noah Whipple.
Got a couple high post options right there, so we get high posts, some backdoor cuts like that.
And there's Eli over the shoulder, but can't get it.
Good cut, though. Good cut.
LeClaire the rebound. Conant looking to extend the lead. Bit of a drought brewing for Kearsarge. Several minutes since their last bucket. Tough shot here for Hodgson. 18-footer from straight away won't go. Noah Whipple clamps down on the glass for his third rebound.
No hurry to bring the ball up. They take their time.
He's got the lengthy defender, Ben Sawyer, on his hip. Challenge shot won't go, and a rebound in the lane collected there by Jared Nagel.
That's a tough shot. Tough shot. I think Coach would want a little bit better shot, move the ball around a little bit like they've been doing, and they've gotten some good looks.
Meanwhile, Coach Saucier crouched down at midcourt, calling out the play here. Inside of 3 minutes, first half. Three-pointer. Off target there for Jared Nagel, and a foul in the lane is going to go, I believe, against Kearsarge here. No, it's against Conant.
Jordan Nagel, I believe.
Yeah, if so, that's his second. So the senior pleading the official. Not going to make a difference, though. That's his second, team's third.
Didn't see much on that, but, the official made the call. Must have seen a push. Little body foul inside. He called a hold, but I think more of a body foul.
Meanwhile,
inside.
we have not seen a foul against Kearsarge yet. We saw 4 whistled against Conant in the first quarter, 3 so far in this second quarter. And here's a reach against Sawyer. That'll be his second foul.
Yeah, that's what we talked about, right? You can't reach and expect to not get called for a foul. When you reach across the body, if you swing up, right, swing your hands up, you're not going to get called. You swing down or across, 9 times out of 10, the official's going to call a foul.
So he'll stay in the game, at least for now, despite the 2 fouls.
It being playoff time, you see coaches leave their best players in quite a longer amount of time with foul situations.
Meanwhile, a rare turnover as Andrew Huff ran out of room on the baseline, lost the dribble. So the Orioles have kept Kearsarge off the board for nearly 4 minutes.
Yeah, and right now with 2:01 to go, Whipple, the older Whipple, is the only player with a field goal for Kearsarge. That's it.
That pass slapped away and stolen. That increases the turnover totals to 2 apiece.
Yeah, we mentioned that. What happened as soon as we mentioned that? Boom, 2 turnovers. There's our weave.
Yep.
Oh, the weave.
A little bit of a seam, and there's the lefty shot that won't go. Kept alive by going. And a second opportunity on the way here for the Cougars. Final minute 20. Huff cut off and traveled.
There it is. There's that non-jump stop and then drag the pivot foot. Jump stop on 2 feet, you get a chance to choose.
So, Conant's defense coming to the forefront here in this second quarter.
Got a barn burner here, 13-11, Nick. Barn burner.
They trail by as many as 7 back in the first quarter. They lead by 2 here as we hit the 1-minute mark until halftime. Coming up at halftime, stats, highlights, analysis, a recap of the earlier semifinal matchup between St. Thomas and Mascoma Valley. All that coming up. 15-foot elbow jump shot for Manny Hodgson.
Couple good pull-ups for him.
One of the co-captains with his second field goal.
And last time down, too, Kearsarge went to a 2-3 zone, so they mixed it up a little bit, 3-2, 2-3. Haven't really played man yet. Going to hold the ball for the last shot. This time, Nick, better shot, though. Better shot.
Conant has scored 9 unanswered. Kearsarge needs a bucket here. Final 20 seconds of this first half. Eli Whipple. Handoff for Tremblay on the wing, down to 10 seconds.
Got to go now.
Here's Noah Whipple. Left hand, thought about it. Far side, it's Kinzer. Challenge shot on the baseline, ends up short, and that will do it for the first half. Kearsarge threw the first punch. Scored 9 unanswered, led by as many as 7 in that opening quarter, but the top seed comes back in the second. And now they lead 15-11 at halftime.
Well, that was 2 times that they decided to take the last shot, and they didn't get a good last shot. If you take the last shot, you got to have something ready. They got to have something where you can run like a 1-4 where you attack the basket, maybe get a kick out, or 1-on-1 with a high screen, up top. So you get an easy attempt and a good look at it. You don't want to give the other team a shot, which is fine. They just need, right now, Kearsarge just needs more production from somebody else. Like Whipple has, 9 of their 11 points. And on the other side, a little more balance for Conant. Hodgson shot well. He's rebounded well. Jordan Nagel has shot fairly well, rebounded well. This is not going to be a high-scoring game.
Points at a premium with a ticket to Saturday's championship on the line. Coming up, a look back at that first half. Stats, highlights, analysis. Bring you a little more of the band as well. doing a great job. And, of course, we'll take a look back at that other semifinal, a dominant St. Thomas performance over Mascoma Valley. All that and more next. Halftime here in Bow. Conant with a 15-11 lead over Kearsarge. You are watching the 2024 NHIAA Boys Basketball Division III semifinals. Right here on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire, broadcasting in conjunction with the NFHS Network.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. The New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse competition, not just in the state, but in the country. Looking to get recruited? Director Chris Cameron keeps an open dialogue with the nation's top college lacrosse coaches. Over 400 New Hampshire Tomahawks alumni have played at the college level, including the ACC, Big East, Big Ten, Ivy, NESCAC, NE10, and more. The New Hampshire Tomahawks coaching staff has over 100 coaches, including current high school varsity and college coaches. The Tomahawks offer training for players of all ages, clinics, camps, and leagues, along with spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse. Visit NewHampshireTomahawks.com and girls.nhtomahawks.com. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include tickets and discount cards to hundreds of local businesses. MG Sports now has a digital platform where athletes can raise funds in the comfort and safety of their own home. So become another athletic program like Bedford, Goffstown, or Memorial that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today.
Halftime here in Bow. Woo! Got a 4-point game. Top seed, Conant leading Kearsarge by a score of 15-11. Nick Anastas, Justin Gorham with you. It's the 2024 NHIAA Boys Basketball Division III semifinals here on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire. We're broadcasting in conjunction with the NFHS Network. Kearsarge, the only team to beat Conant during the regular season. That was less than 2 weeks ago in the finale. Got off to the start that Coach Camp was hoping for. Rattled off 9 in a row at one point in that first quarter, led by as many as 7. But Conant, with that defense, came alive in the second quarter, only allowed 2 Cougar points, wrestled the lead away, and now have the advantage with the third quarter looming 15-11.
Well, I did some background here at halftime, some research, right? Just try to find out these two teams we talked about. They played 28-26 game, right? So that's a really low-scoring game. Well, come to find out, a couple players from Conant were hurt.
There you go.
So, Kearsarge got the upset 2-point win, right, the last time they played. Now those players are back. So when we see a little bit bigger, 4-point lead, it's a little bit different than the game the other day, but
seems like the DNA though is the same.
Yes, I think
patient trips.
Yes,
right.
Low
turnover
slow.
totals.
Both teams, Kearsarge especially, I guess the last few years has played really slow, and just methodical basketball. You come down, you wait to try and get good shots. Conant is very patient and has moved the ball around, and like I said, You see a lot of other teams that would take some of these threes that Conant is passing up now, right? But Kearsarge needs somebody other than Whipple to start making some baskets. You can't have one guy have 9 of your 11 points and have the only field goals for your team and expect to win the game. You just can't, unless he drops 45 all of a sudden, like Jackson Marshall does, and scores 30 in the second half and goes crazy. They're just not built that way, I don't think, to score that fast and that many points. So he needs help from some of his teammates if they're going to win the game.
Well, you alluded to him. That's, of course, Noah Whipple, the junior guard Scored 9 of his team's 11 for Kearsarge in that first quarter. A couple free throws for Parker going.
That's it.
And that's it. Conant on the other side, 3 scores. Led by senior Jordan Nagel's team high 6 points. Jared Nagel chipped in with 5, and Manny Hodgson has 4 as well. Do we see anything differently here in the second half?
I would hope that maybe one of these two teams takes advantage of some of their fast break opportunities, or will a team decide to press more consistently and try and get some steals? We only have, 3 turnovers for Kearsarge, 2 turnovers for Conant, so they're handling the ball really well, right? But maybe we'll see a little bit more attacking on offense by some of the other players from Kearsarge so they can get some baskets and kind of get back into the flow of the game. There's no flow for anybody else.
The winner will take on St. Thomas on Saturday night at Keene State College. The Saints earlier dispatched Mascoma Valley by a final of 58-37.
Back in that 3-2, sort of a 3-2, 1-2-2 zone by Kearsarge, and Conant's not matched up correctly. You're trying to go at the gaps, right? You want to dribble at those. The gaps are pretty big. If you can see the gaps in Kearsarge between the players are pretty big. So if you attack the gaps, you're going to get shots, kickouts, and good shots. But they're just really patient.
That 3-2 zone was pretty much the look throughout the first half for Kearsarge. It's split down the middle. Another bucket for Jordan Nagel.
I think that was Hodgson.
Or was it Hodgson?
Hodgson? Yeah, I think it was Hodgson. Hodgson,
so Hodgson
now
it's 6.
He's done that well, right? He's taking a couple dribbles, pulls up, does a nice job with a pull-up jumper inside the free throw line.
3-pointer, up and in.
Oh, they needed that. There's another guy to score.
Andrew Huff, 6'2", junior. A good look, got square from the wing, and it's a one-possession game again.
Nearly a turnover on that little slide of the foot. What would happen, too, if one team gets a little further ahead? Say Conant gets a little bit further ahead or vice versa, then the other team's going to have to play differently. You're going to have to start playing faster to get more baskets.
That was Jordan Nagel.
There it is.
And he's up to 8 points now. A team high, 8 points.
Well, there's a couple Nagels out there that look just alike. One's tall, one's short.
Conant leads by 5 for the first time.
You get methodical against the Conant man. He backdoor cuts. Can't rely on Whipple to get everything.
He's double-teamed here. Whips it back up top. 3-pointer on the way. Short. Ball kept alive.
Ooh, good save. Good save.
And heads-up play by Jared Nagel. So Conant leads by 5. That's their largest lead of the night.
So do you try and increase your lead? Yeah, you do.
3-pointer, too deep. Weak side rebound for Austin Needham.
I was going to say, you take your time and try and, just keep it where it is. You have a 5-point lead. The 5-point lead here is huge. That's a huge lead.
Noah Whipple, scooper up and in.
Whipple again. The Whipple.
Able to navigate the defense with the left-hand dribble and flick it up off the glass to put himself in double figures with 11. 3-point game, 3 minutes gone by in quarter number 3.
Two teams very familiar with each other. They know what they do on defense. Wide open gap. There it is.
Hodgson can't get it. Tip to Nagel, and he's fouled on the way up.
Good rebound. Again, another offensive rebound for him. He's got 4. I thought he had 4 last time, but I mathematically screwed that up as I normally do.
He's got 5 total, which is a game high.
And 4 offensive rebounds, right? 4 of those are offensive rebounds, aren't they?
He's been on the glass,
Man,
for sure.
my.
And he's got a chance to get himself into double figures here with a couple of free throws.
We're not going to get a lot of rebounds, though, because there's not a lot of shots. So any rebound you're getting, it right now is huge.
Here's a round of subs for Coach Saucier. He's going to take Sawyer and LeClaire off the floor. Comes back with Dylan Adams, the 6'4 junior. Played briefly in that first half. And we get another look at Marcus Samero as well. 2 for 2 trip there for Jordan Nagel. And the lead back to 5 at 21-16 as we have a timeout here called by Kearsarge.
Now, what's Kearsarge going to do in the timeout? They call a timeout, right? What are you going to do? What kind of adjustment can you make being down 5? Pardon me. You change your defense maybe? Do something a little bit different? Attack differently on offense? I don't know. You got to, again, Whipple is doing all their scoring. Huff contributed. You got to start taking some open shots. I just think you got to take open looks. You got to take them if you want to have a chance to win, because Conant now is starting to take those open shots.
Well, of course, Conant, the number 1 seed in this Division III championship. They won the first 17 games on the slate before dropping the season finale against Kearsarge back on February the 8th. They dethroned the 3-time champion Guilford Eagles in the quarterfinals, 39-32. Trailed by as many as 7 back in the first half tonight, but now lead by 5. Kearsarge, the number 4 seed after a 15-3 regular season. They come in riding a red-hot 14-game win streak, but are going to have to do it from behind as we head towards the midway point of this third quarter. We have a foul in the backcourt against Conant.
And they're pressing now. See, you said, what can they do different, right? You said, so what do? Conant decides to press. Man press full court.
Didn't see a whole lot of that full court effort in the first half.
We did not. I'd like to see them try and force one way to the other and try and trap, right? Try and force to the sideline, force corner, get a trap.
Kearsarge hoping to make it a 1-possession game. Inside out, 3 on the way for Needham. In and out. Long tip out, controlled by Samero.
That was a good tip by Nagel, too. I'm going to give him a rebound on that tip.
The Orioles get the stop they wanted.
At some point, Kearsarge is going to have to play man if they get too far behind. If they can't make a few baskets, they're going to have to go man. That might change their style of play entirely.
I'm going to sit in the 3-2 here, still down 5.
Problem is you can hold the ball. They could just bring the ball out and hold it right now.
There's a 3. Line drive, no. Jordan Nagel, offensive rebound across the lane.
Couple fouls there, not called. Good rebound again by Nagel with another offensive rebound.
Ball ends up last touched by the defense.
Now, if I'm coaching this game too, and I'm Conant, I want Kearsarge to play man. I'm going to bring the ball out all the way to the top. I'm going to hold it and say, come on, let's go, play man. Just going to hold the ball. Let's pass it back and forth at the top and make them come out and play me man.
I've not seen the man look yet.
Now, see, here they go. Come way out. I'm just going to come out, pass the ball around, and say, let's go. Play man, or we're going to hold the ball until the end of the quarter.
Sawyer, 3-pointer, up and in.
That's the first basket for Sawyer. Yeah, I don't even think he's taken a shot, has he?
Had a little foul trouble in that first half. And you're right, that may have been the first time he pulled the trigger. It's good from the wing, and it's 3 more on the board for Conant as they open up the largest lead either way at 24-16. Coming up on 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Kearsarge looking for a response. Inside, little floater. They're going to wave it off. It's a travel.
Oh, wow. I don't know about that one. The Wizard may have to show us the replay on that.
Coach Camp upset as we get another look.
I don't know about that one. That looked like a good move to me, Nick. I don't know. What do you think?
Just the 4th turnover for Kearsarge.
Now we're going to come out. Kearsarge a little higher defensively. Come way out. And
there's a blocking foul. It's against Noah Whipple. Stuck his right knee out, apparently.
Yeah, see, look, they're bringing their defense out a little bit higher, and maybe they're going to try and trap. Just kind of mix it up a little bit defensively, create some chaos. We got a call, arm play, so now we come out high, man. Still playing zone, but they just came out high early.
Inside of 3 minutes, third quarter.
2-3 zone.
3-pointer up and in from the corner. It's Jared Nagel able to spot up the junior. Now with 8 points, his first field goals since halftime.
Their Nagels are making themselves their presence felt.
The lead is 11. Tough fadeaway. Won't go. There's the board for Adams.
Now you're going to have to play man at some point. You can just hold the ball. Just bring it out. Take your time.
Coach Saucier holding up 2 fingers on his right hand. Nagel.
There he is again.
Timeout, Kearsarge.
Good call on the timeout. Good timeout call. See, now Kearsarge has to play man. If they don't, I'm holding the ball until they do. Because now you're ahead 13 points, right? Am I right with my math there?
Yes, it's a 13-point gap. 10 unanswered here by Conant. As we take a look at the jump shot there for Jared Nagel. He's in double figures now, 5 points in this third quarter.
They're more aggressive right now offensively, Nick.
You're right. Conant,
that's kind of how they have to play.
Starting to get into a bit of a rhythm offensively that maybe we didn't see in that first half.
No, I don't think they had any rhythm at all. Neither team did, but it took them a while to kind of get, understand what they were doing defensively. They were playing. The zone was good in the first half. There's no doubt about it. The zone was good. But Kearsarge has to find some offense somewhere else. You only have two guys that have really contributed any field goals at all. Whipple had his 9, and you got to get more people involved, and you're going to have to probably play man. Because, again, he may not do it. Maybe Coach Saucier doesn't do it. But I've done it when I was coaching at West. I did it and pulled the ball out against Sauhegan and held it for an entire quarter and said, come on and play man.
Well, let's see what Coach Camp has in mind. His club down 13.
Got to play man.
For the first time. Conant, meanwhile, they've stuck with this full court press. That has made a bit of a difference as well here in this third quarter.
Had a chance to go deep, too. Almost could have gone deep. Got a nice layup at the end.
They've held Kearsarge to just 5 points in this third quarter. That was after holding the Cougars to only 2 in the second quarter. Down to 2 minutes, and that's one way to alleviate. They go back door, and there's the left-hand finish.
Yeah, good pass, good cut.
Huff with all 5 of his points in this third quarter. The 11-point game again.
Now we have a Kearsarge playing man. It looks like they've come out playing man.
Yep. First time we've seen this look. Good move, and there's the finish.
Maybe that's why they don't play man.
Hodgson with a blow-by. He's doubled his first half total from 4 to 8.
You got to help each other out on that one, right? Help each other out defensively, communicate. Get beat that way, get a little help.
There's Noah Whipple. Tough pass into a crowd. It was tipped, and we'll stay here.
Yeah, that's a tough one. They're doubling Whipple, which I would do. He's their only guy really that has demonstrated that he's willing to attack offensively on a regular basis, so might as well double team. Make other guys beat you, because they're not.
There's Eli Whipple over to Noah. The Cougars looking for breathing room. It's been hard to come by. This Oriole defense has seemingly gotten better as the game has gone on. We're down to a minute to go, third quarter. Spin move, Whipple, extra pass, sets up Eli Whipple. The 3 won't go for the freshman. And a loud rebound, number 7 for Jordan Nagel. Conant with the ball, Coach Saucier calling out the play. His club looking to go up 15, maybe 16 here. Down to 40 seconds.
See, it's almost like that. Now, this is like a delay game. See how they're running that through, come up to the top.
Meanwhile, offensive foul is called away from the basketball.
He's got an illegal screen and a push on the backside. Yeah, a push.
Yeah, they got Hodgson, who is not happy with the call.
No, it looked like they were trying to delay. If we take another look at the replay, you kind of look and see where's our push. A little bit of a push there on a bad screen. Not a lot. Well, now our officials are getting assaulted verbally. No need. That's unnecessary at this point.
No, they've done a good job.
Yeah, they've had no problems at all. Good calls throughout.
It's been a rowdy atmosphere here in Bow. 2 very spirited and standing student sections.
Kearsarge's student section is going to start getting really fired up if they get down too many. Right? Now, see, look. Really slow trying to get baskets, though.
I think they're thinking last shot here. We're down to 10 seconds. Huff going to hand off. Eli Whipple. Far side for Tremblay. There's the fake crowd countdown. The freshman fires a deep 3. Rebound by Adams. He'll hold it, and that'll do it for the third quarter. The number 1 seeded Conant Orioles flexing their muscles. They open up their largest lead to date. After 3 quarters. It's 31-18. Will they head back to the championship for the first time in 5 years? Or does Kearsarge make it 2 out of 3 with a fourth quarter comeback? We find out next. You are watching the 2024 NHIAA Boys Basketball Division III Semifinals. right here on Friday Night Lights New Hampshire, broadcasting in conjunction with the NFHS Network.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
Start of the fourth quarter here in Bow. Nick Anastas, Justin Gorham with you. It's the 2024 NHIAA Boys Basketball Division III Semifinals. Here on Friday Night Lights New Hampshire, we're broadcasting in conjunction with the NFHS Network.
And a
the
tip.
top seed, Conant, looking to get back to the big stage for the first time since they won it all back in 2019. As Goen
Nice
scores
pass.
off the inbound.
Good shot, nice pass.
Kearsarge, they were the runner-up back in 2022, hoping to get there for a second time in 3 years.
Jared Nagel that time, right? Another Nagel with another basket.
So Jared Nagel, both the older Nagel brothers have played well tonight. Both are in double figures. As Jared, after that bucket, now with 12 points. Kearsarge, they led early. Scored 9 in a row to take a 7-point lead back in the first quarter. As Eli Whipple can't find the touch. Going a couple of offensive rebounds. Third time, not the charm out of the corner. As Hodgson clears the glass.
Yeah, I think Coach has the younger Whipple in there because I think he's probably a pretty decent shooter. That's why he's getting those shots. He just can't put them in. Being a freshman in this situation is tough, too. You're a little bit stressed out. He hadn't played poorly. He just hadn't been able to make the shots that are, the open looks.
Conant, after trailing by 7 in that first quarter, took a 4-point halftime lead and stretched that to 13 through 3 quarters. Of course, the winner will take on St. Thomas Saturday night at Keene State College for all the marbles.
And Conant's trying to score more points too. They're taking shots a little bit quicker than they did in the first half.
Foul is called here by the trail official.
Wow. Okay.
Got to reach in against Adams.
Wasn't a
First
lot
team
there.
foul either way. It comes with 2 minutes gone by in this fourth quarter.
A little bit of a bump maybe.
Meanwhile, Coach Camp is going to take Whipple the younger out of the game as the freshman sits.
There's a very little bump there, a foul.
After a brief rest, Austin Needham returns, the junior guard. Coach Saucier going to shuffle the cards as well. As Ben Sawyer comes out, he's replaced by Marcus Samero. Kearsarge, the only team to beat Conant less than 2 weeks ago. Orioles looking for the revenge. And if it is Conant against St. Thomas, it would be a matchup of 1 versus 2 in terms of the seeding. Here's a three-pointer up and in. Not so fast as Andrew Huff. He's had a big second half. All 8 of his points since halftime. And after that made 3, it's down to 10 once again.
Well, they need that. Again, more guys to score, but that's okay, right? Get baskets wherever you can. Get it down to 8 like we always talk about. Fourth quarter, though, 5:55 to go. Kind of make something happen quick, and you got to get some steals. You got to hope for some turnovers. But will Conant decide to slow it down a little bit too now? Because they're trying to score quickly. They're trying to get baskets like normal. A little more aggressive than they were in the first half, and that has shown why they were able to take a bigger lead. So, I don't know. Kearsarge's got some work to do.
Of course, we'll be right back in this same spot tomorrow night. It's the girls' semifinals in Division III. We'll bring that to you live here on Friday Night Lights New Hampshire in conjunction with the NFHS Network. First of 2 games tips off at 5:30 Eastern. Again, that's tomorrow night, the girls in Division III, the semifinals.
Ladies.
All right, here come the Orioles out of the timeout. Their lead has been trimmed to 10. With just over 2 minutes gone by in this fourth quarter. And here's a trap by Kearsarge.
That's good.
Hodgson, no, a timeout.
Good call.
Yep.
Got to address the trap.
Coach Saucier wants to draw it up as these two head coaches in a bit of a chess match here.
So you want to try and, in this case, they're trying to trap the corners. You don't want to try and trap your point guard in the middle. That's too hard to do. Dribble through the traps. He's probably telling them, too, don't allow yourself to get trapped. If the trap comes, you split the trap, dribble through, and look at the middle. The high post will probably be wide open if they try and trap this way, and you'll be able to get layups on the backside pretty easily if you see your teammates and kind of know where they are. But you can't allow yourself to get trapped. So don't throw the ball in the corner, right? Keep it out of the corner, and just don't allow yourself to be trapped. I'm sure that's what he told him. You could tell he was a little fired up. Good, because they have a chance to win this game. Up by 10 with 5:38. The pace that everyone's playing, you got a really good chance to win.
Long-time headband on the sideline, multiple championships. We're looking to get his club back to the big stage for the first time since they won it all back in 2019. Meanwhile, this is a backcourt violation.
It looked like it got tipped. I didn't know if he lost that or the ball got tipped away.
It's a rare Conant turnover. In fact, it's their first since halftime.
Couldn't really tell if it got tipped or not from that angle.
So here's Kearsarge, a chance to make this a single-digit game again. The three won't go. And a big weak side rebound hauled in by Jordan Nagel.
Jordan Nagel's been a killer on the boards.
Been the rebounding leader. This pass is tipped back to midcourt. Hodgson has it. And trying to shield himself, he draws a foul.
Good foul call. And with that chaos, though, it's interesting. This little bit of chaos, Conant still only has 3 turnovers. That's just Kearsarge, right? Unless I've missed a couple.
I've got 4 for Kearsarge.
I probably missed one there. But 3 turnovers for Conant is still, even with this new, half-court trap that they've instituted, I think it's a great idea, too.
I think both teams have taken very good care of the basketball. Fadeaway for Adams, short, tipped, and there's no Whipple.
Whipple
for
again.
Kearsarge.
Whipple again.
His 6th rebound. So the Cougars get the stop, and now as we approach the midway point fourth quarter, trying to make it a single-digit game again. Whipple. Up top for Goen, puts the shoulder down, back to Whipple, but nowhere to go.
Yeah, see, they're passing up some open threes that normally you think certain players would take. Most players would take those now.
Here's
run out
Needham.
of time.
Needham looking for a crease, draws a foul.
Nick, here's the thing, though. They're running their offense over and over again, but you got to get some shots up. You're down 10 points. You only got 4 minutes to go. You got to get some shots up. You can't afford to waste a minute, 2 minutes off the clock.
Second team foul against Conant. And the third against Dylan Adams, who's going to sit. As Coach Saucier comes back with starter Lane LeClaire.
There's that corner wide open on the screen.
Tough shot there for Huff. Kept alive in the corner. Good hustle. Eddie Kinzer.
They did a phenomenal job boxing out, Conant did, and they just couldn't get to the ball because Sawyer fell down. What a good box out, though, early.
Meanwhile, Noah Whipple. They're going to wave it off. It's an offensive foul.
The Wizards going to have to play that on replay. Here we go. Let's see if he was there.
Kearsarge fans upset. As we see there, he plows into LeClaire.
Yeah, he was there. Dropped that shoulder a little bit. That's a good call.
LeClaire holds his ground, and it pays off for Conant.
It wasn't full body contact, but he got enough of them, I think, to warrant that offensive foul.
So we move inside of 4 minutes. This one is tipped. Going into the backcourt, picked up. Pass tipped again. Here comes Whipple at full speed. Left-hand shot won't go. Coach Camp wanted a foul. He won't get it.
No call there. I didn't think that was a foul. He just missed it. See, turnovers, though. You got to be careful with the ball. They're doing a good job creating havoc. A little bit of chaos.
And now a foul in the corner. Got a push here against Needham. That's his second. And the team's third. It'll stop the clock with 3:23 to go.
I do like the trap. They're doing a nice job creating a little bit of chaos, though, on defense.
Well, we've been stuck on this 33-23 score for a couple of minutes now.
Yeah, not a lot of, again, we just need a few more guys from Kearsarge to get involved offensively.
This one nearly stolen. Yes, it was. And then a foul in the backcourt is given by the Orioles.
Yeah, another turnover, though, all of a sudden.
Good heads-up defensive play there by Noah Whipple.
Gone from 3 to 5 in a matter of a couple minutes.
Yep.
So the Kearsarge defensively doing okay. Just can't score. Got to score baskets, Nick, to win the game. Got to score. Whoever has the most points wins. Is that still how it works?
I hope so.
I think that's how it works.
3:20 to
I
go.
know. It's crazy. I know. It's crazy.
More of this Conant press. They're going to clear it out. Huff into the front court with the left-hand dribble. Coach Camp down on one knee, calling out the offense.
And if you're Conant, you just don't want to foul. Just play good defense and don't foul. Don't put anybody at the free throw line.
Inside it goes, and Goen is fouled on the catch.
Yeah, no reason to foul there either.
Now they're going to get Jordan Nagel with the foul.
Good call.
That's the team's fourth foul. And I believe the third against Nagel.
Yeah, you're right. They tried to get a sub in, couldn't get him in time.
Inside of 3 minutes. Still a 10-point game.
Yeah, Kearsarge stagnant, can't get a basket. Got to get baskets quick. Can't afford to waste time on offense passing the ball around.
So tipped into the corner and barely kept in bounds. Left-hand dribble for Tremblay. Trying to pivot out of a problem and turns it over. Stolen by Jared Nagel to the rim. Right-hand shot won't go from the left side. And then the ball comes free and a jump ball is called under the basket. And it's going to stay with Conant.
Giving Nagel that rebound.
That's just a heads-up play by the senior.
The foul word's
to
going
force
across the way.
the jump. And also secure his 9th rebound. Meanwhile, Coach Saucier
we're
wants a
changing
full
the call.
timeout.
We changed the call
Yeah,
that
you're
way.
right. The officials are going to get together and reward Kearsarge with possession. Coach Saucier wants an explanation from the official, Richard Deschard.
Justin Gorham wants an explanation as well what they did. I think he has the ball be knocked out of bounds on that attempted rebound.
So no jump ball.
No jump ball,
yeah. So that is where we are with 2:27 remaining. Again, Conant trailed early in the first quarter. Kearsarge got out to that hot start. At one point led 9-2, but at halftime it was a different tune. Conant leading a low-scoring affair 15-11. They stretched that lead to double digits in the third quarter. Took a 31-18 lead with them into this fourth quarter. And as I said a moment ago, we've been stuck on this 33-23 score for now several minutes.
Yeah, it's a 5-2 fourth quarter. Kearsarge has 5 and Conant has 2. So I just think Kearsarge has to try and score quickly. They can't waste time passing the ball around multiple times. You got to score off of your steals. You got to score off of, defensively, and you got to get the ball boom, boom, quick and get shots up as quick as you can. They're taking way too much time off the clock on offense.
Reminder, after the game, we speak live with the winning head coach. And, of course, a full game recap with stats, highlights, and analysis. And a preview of Saturday's state championship in Division III. St. Thomas winners earlier over Mascoma Valley. Await the winner here. It's a 10-point game as we march down towards 2 minutes remaining. Tough shot on the baseline for Huff. Won't go. Adams back in the game. Had it. And a smart play there. He threw it off the hip of Eddie Kinzer. It's Conant basketball.
Good rebound. Really good rebound in that play. It's smart.
Adams doing some of the dirty work off the bench. 4 rebounds. Going to come out of the game for now.
And that's a dangerous spot to save the ball, too. You save it. It goes under. You're not supposed to save that. You're supposed to let that go. So he kind of got lucky because that saves under your opponent's basket, easy 2-footer.
And it's a big possession here as Conant set to do some damage with the clock. They're going to draw a foul. That's the 4th team foul, so Kearsarge now up against the limit as we're inside of 2 minutes remaining.
You're gonna, if you're Kearsarge too, you're gonna have to start fouling. Just make them shoot free throws because they can't score. They got to find a way to get the ball back and score. They haven't scored in
Neither team has
quite
scored in
some time.
several minutes. These defenses have been at the forefront from the get-go. It's a rematch of less than 2 weeks ago. Meanwhile, offensive foul.
Knock that shoulder down. And
It's
knock it
against
back.
Jared Nagel, and the junior just picked up his 4th. That also puts Conant over the limit.
Bit of a flop, but he still lowered the shoulder and hit him. You know,
Offense.
he sold it.
An offense-defense substitution as Adams returned for Conant and Leclerc sits.
He did sell that well, Nick. What do you think? It was a pretty good salesman job. But he got hit. He was a good salesman.
Part of that basketball IQ.
I think so.
Deep three,
Whipple.
up and in.
The Whipple.
Noah Whipple, now a game-high 14 points. His club is within 7. Conant, they race into the front court as we're down to 90 seconds, and the ball is loose. Bodies are on the floor. A tie-up is called, and look out as both Nagel, Whipple, and Kinzer at the bottom of that pile. A jump ball is the call, and Conant has the possession arrow.
There was a few fouls there that were not called when they were going for the ball, but in the end, the jump ball makes it fair because I think both teams were knocking each other down.
Well, you like the effort.
You do. Kearsarge has not given up. I like Whipple, has sort of been very quiet, though, in the second half with only 3 points.
And did he go back? Yes, he did. He had his toe on the midcourt line. That's a backcourt violation.
He did, right on the line. Nice, good eyes, Nick. Good eyes. We can see it again in the replay. Toe.
See the toe.
There it is. We went across that line. He tried to sneak it back. Turnover.
So Kearsarge forces a turnover. It's a 7-point game down to a minute 18 remaining.
One more three. Get another 3 by Kearsarge, and all of a sudden it's a 4-point game. But they can't wait. 1:18. Let's see how many seconds tick off the clock before they get a shot.
Allen hands to Whipple. He's got a good look at it.
And
Three
he
in
hits
the
it.
hole.
The Whipple. The Whipple is back.
And a timeout.
Please don't squeeze the Charmin. Oh, my goodness.
Timeout. Orioles.
See, they scored. Where did it take them? We were at 1:18, so it took, 12 seconds to score. Mathematics.
So Noah Whipple.
Woo, Whipple.
Couple of threes in this second half. He's got now a game-high 17, and you see there, had some room
He did.
to get square. The right-handed shot makes it a 4-point game. 33-29, 6 unanswered by Kearsarge.
Well, my question to you would be now, and maybe you could help me here. What do you do though if you're Kearsarge? Do you come down right now and foul and put him at the free throw line with a lot of time, right? You want to foul early. What do you think? Are we going to let him play and try and get a steal? Because you can't let him run the clock down too low, right? So what do you think? I think I'm fouling. What would you do?
My personal rule of thumb: go for the steal in the backcourt. The ball goes in the front court, then give the foul.
All right, so that's good. So you're only going to run off maybe 7, 8 seconds in the backcourt at the most, but you've got to stop the clock at some point, right?
Yep.
All right. So let's see what they do. Maybe they'll try and get a steal, but you got to go for it, right?
The winner heads to Saturday's state championship game where they will face St. Thomas.
So
Conant has led most of the way tonight by as many as 13. They've seen this lead cut down to 4 here with 66 seconds remaining.
There's the trap. They didn't get there on
Full court
time.
press by Kearsarge. Leclerc stumbles, finds Hodgson, who also goes down, and a travel is called.
Wow, got away with a push. That's a foul, but ref didn't see that apparently.
Coach Saucier wanted a whistle. He doesn't get it.
Let's take another look at that.
It's the 7th turnover tonight.
He got fouled twice.
You see Hodgson goes down, and there's the travel call. Coach Camp loves it. His team now with a chance to make it a one-possession game, I should say.
It's a 3. He got a 1-point game. You're right. 32. A 1-point
Down
game.
4 here with 58 seconds.
Man, you knew these two teams. I had a feeling it was going to somehow they'd end up making this a close game at the end.
Here's Huff. Whipple's been the man. Handoff for Needham. Far side for Goen. Back
wait.
for Needham. Looks for a ball screen. Finds Kinzer in the corner. Back up top for Needham.
Taking too much time off the clock.
Inside of 40 seconds, and there's the timeout from Coach Camp.
Yeah, stymied. Way too much time off the clock.
So the timeout will stop the clock with 39 seconds remaining.
Way too much time off the clock. They got a freebie at half court by that stat. There was a couple fouls committed, I think, so they got a freebie at half court. Can't take that much time off the clock, though, and try and score.
Got to credit Conant's defense as they've communicated well tonight. It's been a really kind of a alternate between the full court and half court man that we've seen in terms of looks from the Orioles. Kearsarge, the other end of the spectrum. We've seen the 3-2 zone, a little bit of 2-3.
Zone press in the full court,
the zone press,
well.
the trap as well. We've seen it in this fourth quarter. So
they're mixing it up on defense, which is good. I mean, you got to try and confuse your opponent a bit, right?
Well, both of these coaches know what they're doing. That's for sure. Two of the better programs, not just this season, but over the course of several seasons, several decades, really. Conant, they were the staple for a long time in Division III. Been absent for the last 5 years, hoping to get back to the championship round for the first time since 2019. And Kearsarge, they almost got it done 2 years ago, back in 2022, hoping for a fourth quarter comeback to get back to the championship. So here we go, 39 seconds remaining.
Conant can kind of feel it. You know, you get very close to victory. You just got to make sure you get maybe one more stop here.
Orioles have led most of the night. Coming up on 30 seconds, Noah Whipple. Nowhere to go.
Got
excellent
the younger
defense here by Sawyer. Whipple almost lost his footing. We're down to 25 seconds.
Too much time off the clock.
Noah Whipple trying to get it off. Can't. Backdoor. Whipple goes up and is fouled by Sawyer.
Yep, good call. Got him. Yeah, they wasted a lot of time, though, Nick. Got 17.5 left. That's a lot of time off that clock.
Just nowhere to shoot. As Conant.
Yeah, they did. Defensively, they did a nice job.
They're tightening the screws on the perimeter.
And it was a foul. You know, he bumped him from behind a little bit as he went to the basket. Look at that. Now he's going to get another free throw as well if he misses. There you go. Perfect. Perfect from the line so far tonight is Whipple.
5 for 5. 18 points and counting. More importantly, it's a three-point game. A one-possession difference with one more on the way for the cold-blooded junior. No hesitation, in and out. Rebound, LeClaire, and a foul under the basket.
Good foul, though. Good foul and a timely, quick foul. I like that.
Just inside of 16 seconds remain. Both teams are now in the bonus. So Lane LeClaire, the senior, is going to head to the free throw line to try and make this a two-possession game.
I'm curious, too, how many timeouts they have left. I didn't see how many timeouts each team had left. Like, if I'm Kearsarge, I'm calling another timeout, and I'm saying, look, as soon as that ball comes down, if we miss, you foul.
Got it. LeClaire, it's his first point of the night.
Big one, too. Pressure point.
The right-hander.
Two-possession game now.
Cool is the other side of the pillow on that first one. He nails the second as well. Timeout is called. I think it was Coach Saucier who called the timeout.
Which is okay. Just make sure you guys don't foul.
Yeah, he wants to set up the defensive game plan here with 15.7 seconds remaining. 2 free throws from LeClaire push the lead back to 5 for the top seed.
They just keep doing what they're doing in the half court defensively. They haven't let Kearsarge get any quick open shots, right? Let them just keep doing that. But Kearsarge has to find a way to get some screens and get quicker shots. It's just running out of time. You got to get one within 4 or 5 seconds, and then you got to foul immediately.
Well, should Conant hold on, we'll speak with that man. The program leader, Eric Saucier.
A fellow bald man.
Yep. We like that.
We do. We appreciate that. We appreciate lack of hair.
And, of course, if Kearsarge comes back, we'll speak with Coach Camp as well. So don't go anywhere.
No, 15.7, plenty of time. But people have to realize, too, a lot of people think that, you know, after, in the end of games, after you take a shot, like let's just say right now they come down and Kearsarge scores a basket, the clock doesn't stop when the ball goes in the basket.
Right.
In college, in the NBA, it does stop. The last couple minutes, it'll stop. You know, then they get a chance. Not in high school. That clock keeps running unless you call a timeout. So a lot of fans they think that doesn't happen, but the clock won't stop unless you get a timeout.
Sure, Coach Saucier reminded his players of that.
And that's
all right, here comes Kearsarge. We're down to 10 seconds. It's Huff up top for going. They find Needham, wing 3 off the front iron. Tip back to Goen. Gotta hurry. Long two. No. Back iron miss, and that will do it. The Conant Orioles are headed back to the state championship game for the first time in 5 years as they get it done 35-30 over Kearsarge. They avenged their lone regular season loss with a victory tonight as well, and they will face St. Thomas on Saturday night for the championship.
They won that second half by 1 point.
There you go. 35-30 the final. They led it 15-11 at the break. All right. Cat Doyle is going to hunt down Coach Saucier for us. We'll be joined by the longtime head coach in just a moment. And we'll start with Kearsarge as we start to tally up some of these numbers. You feel for these kids in the loss. Noah Whipple, the junior, will be back next year, but he did all he could to keep the Cougars in the game, finished with a game high, 18 points, and shouldered most of the offense most of the night. Andrew Huff had a big second half, contributed 8 points in the defeat, and we saw Parker Goen score 4 tonight for Kearsarge. Meanwhile, for Conant in the win, 10 points for Jordan Nagel to go with 9 rebounds. And his younger brother Jared ended up with a dozen of his own. Also 8 points from the co-captain Manny Hodgson. And 2 big free throws down the stretch for Lane LeClaire to get the job done. So 35-30 is the final. Kearsarge bows out in the semis, and Conant will have a chance for another trophy to the school's trophy case. Another chance to capture the hardware coming up Saturday night when they take on St. Thomas at Keene State at 8 o'clock Eastern.
Well, that was a heck of a game. Defensively, great game. Low-scoring game. 2 teams very methodical in their approach to the game. And it's going to be a fun opportunity to see the defenses match up. St. Thomas matches up with Conant. Good defensive battle. 2 smart teams. I'm looking forward to that game. But this game was fun. It was fun to watch in the end. Nice and tight toward the end of the game.
All right, Coach Saucier is going to address his players and then join us momentarily.
You lost the sauce. Can't be losing the sauce.
It's a mob scene here on the floor as fans, players, coaches, media members, administrators, and everything in between gather on the hardwood. In the middle of that mess somewhere is Mike DeSillitz, the athletic director in charge here at Bow, who's done a fabulous job.
He snagged that ball and got out of there. You see that? Got the Bow's ball and said, I'm out.
So it'll be Conant and St. Thomas. And Justin, that's a rematch from back on December the 21st. So it's been a little while. That was a 39-35 victory for Conant. Since then, obviously, a lot has changed.
I think so. I think
St. Thomas has won
points.
13 straight as well.
And I think they're now where they have a little bit more groove on offense where I think they'll be able to score more points. And I'm curious as to whether or not Conant can score more points as well. And I think they're capable of it, but 2 teams here just played really good defense, both teams. And neither team was looking to shoot crazy amount of threes. We didn't have, this is one of the games where we had the fewest 3-point attempts and makes that we've had in a long time. Conant only made 2, I according to what I have, and I think that Kearsarge made, 4 maybe?
Talking 3-pointers,
yeah. 3-pointers, so 4-2. Yep. That's very low in today's game.
Right.
Like we've seen all these other teams play, and we see teams that only shoot threes or shoot, predominantly threes as opposed to twos. And the scores are higher, if they shoot well. But tonight was a different old school kind of methodical. We're going to pound it. We're going to take our time. And the 35-30 shows you that, wow, they really took their time and did not take many shots at all.
The low turnover totals underline that as well.
Yeah.
Kearsarge
unique.
In the loss, only 5 turnovers.
Yeah, that's
and 7 in the win for Conant.
You got to be happy with that. If you're a coach, you're pretty happy with either one of those. I mean, Kearsarge has nothing to be ashamed of. They just need to go back and go, all right, so next year they get Whipple back, as I think his dad was very excited and told me how wonderful he was as he walked by.
Was that who that was?
I think so.
Okay.
He made it a point to Whippleize me and let me know that Whipple was pretty good.
Yeah.
But you need to just give me a little bit more from your teammates, just a little more contribution offensively from your teammates, because defensively they were great. They just need a few more guys to contribute, whereas Conant had, a few more guys contribute offensively. Four guys made field goals and one more guys make free throws, but Conant 1, 2, 3, and two of those, one guy only made one basket. So you just got to get a little bit more from your teammates. It can't be all Whipple all the time, even though I love saying Whipple. Yeah, I love saying that. That's fun.
A pair of good games tonight for
Absolutely.
sure. St. Thomas seemingly got stronger as the game went on. That was our first game of tonight's semifinal doubleheader, and ultimately dispatched Mascoma Valley by a final of 58-37. This one more of a defensive game. As you mentioned, execution was big on both ends tonight. And as a result, the top-seeded Conant grind out a 35-30 win over Kearsarge. All right, I see Coach Saucier now.
He's easing his way
He is
toward us.
slowly but surely on his way over to our broadcast location here in the stands, and we
Going to run out of time here in a minute.
We hope to speak with him very shortly. And
fans are out. Good
Yep.
game. Fun game. I think tomorrow, girls' games, I'm looking forward to those too. I think those will be fun. We get to see Concord Christian tomorrow? Or they're
in D2.
D2
We will
now,
see
that's
them.
right. Okay. We will, yes. We will
all right,
see them
here
soon.
comes Coach Saucier.
Here comes the sauce.
Coach.
All right.
Hey, guys.
Thanks
how are
for
you?
coming on.
Yeah, no
thank
problem.
you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Your team, a little bit of a slow start, fell down 9-2 very early, but seemingly got their wind, so to speak, as the first half went on. You took the lead at the break and then built up a double-digit lead before Kearsarge made it interesting in the end. From an execution standpoint, how pleased were you tonight on both ends of the floor?
Everything except for the last 4 minutes when we panicked. The guys ran the quick hitters well. I told them when we got down 9-2, call the timeout. I go, guys, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. Our press is going to wear them down. Stick with the process. Trust in each other. The defense is going to come around. We made a couple slip-ups with their quick hitters. But the guys trusted each other. We stayed with it. And I was pleased with our offense. We're not the best offensive team. You could see our ball handling at the end. We struggled. But they stuck together. They didn't get on each other. And we pulled out the win. It doesn't matter if you win by 1 or you win by 10. You're moving on, and that's it. That's all that matters. It doesn't have to be pretty.
No.
All our games, if you look at all our games, they're not pretty.
That's good.
Saw a few close contests on the docket.
Absolutely.
For sure. Coach, what was the message down the stretch there when things were really tight in the final minute?
It was stay together, trust the process, right? We had guys running away. This is their first time. And, I tell people all the time, I have 2 basketball players, a bunch of baseball players, and track guys. So it's like we're working with what we have.
Right.
And I don't get mad at them because they don't know. They don't have basketball. A lot of them don't have basketball IQ, which is fine. So I told them to just trust in each other, get to the open spots, but don't panic. And that's what we got to work on for the finals. We panic sometimes. And especially with all the close games we have, we never panicked. That's the first time I've seen them panic all year. But to be expected, it's a Final Four, and, there's a lot of expectations. So
Absolutely.
I was proud of them. I'm very proud of them.
Yeah, I thought they hung on well. I'm curious, too. Do you play sort of methodical? Both teams sort of play methodical. There's not a lot of fast break attempts or anything like that. You bring the ball down. You move the ball around. You make the defense work. Is that by design? You're trying to kind of slow it down a little bit?
No. We full court press because I want to run. But with what happened tonight and the way the game was going and our offense, we had to run our quick hitters against that zone because, again, the way we run offense and the offensive players I have, we had to do what we had to do. So if you look in the second half, the quick hitters that we hit, we got those open threes on the corner, which were huge, to go up 6, and then we got Jordan on a slip. So that's what I thought we needed to do tonight. I always want to run. I want to get more layups. I want to run the sideline break, get the ball inside, and score, and full court press and cause turnovers. I want to get the game in the 60s, and I want to hold them to 40. But the way the game was tonight and what we had to do to execute to win, I thought that's what we needed to do. So sometimes you want to you don't want to do it, but you have to win, and so you make the adjustment. So credit to the guys.
Well, going forward, too, you're playing against a team in St. Thomas who defensively does a lot of tricky things. They switch. It's a matchup zone. They switch everything. It's hard to attack the defense. So you played them already.
Yep.
So how do you kind of plan to go forward and attack that, you think, coming up?
I got some ideas.
We'll
get to that tomorrow.
So I'm excited about that. I was hoping to give something away.
The best part. The best part though is Dave's a great guy. We're good friends. I got so much respect for him. He's going to come in with a game plan. We played each other the first time. There's going to be adjustments that he makes. There's going to be adjustments I make, and it should be a fun one on Saturday. I'm excited. I'm excited for these kids.
Yeah.
I'm excited for them.
Yeah, they played well. But the second half, I thought they played really well. And you had more contributors than did Kearsarge. You had more kids that contributed offensively, rebounded well, so that was good.
Yeah. We had some slip-ups defensively, but that's going to happen.
Coach, what would a championship mean at this point in your coaching career after a 5-year absence?
They're all special. It'd be amazing, especially with this group, because I've had Manny and Jordan since they were freshmen. They've started for me since they were freshmen, so this has been a progression. I mean, Jared and Ben have started for me since they were sophomores. So it's like this has been a progression throughout. We took our lumps. I think we were like 10-8, and then we were 12-6, and then last year we were 15-3, and then this year we're where we are. So it's like it's been a progression. So it would mean a lot, but all of them mean a lot.
Right.
I've been blessed, and I've been very, very lucky to have players that buy into a system, because nowadays kids don't have to listen if they don't want to.
And they typically don't.
And they
don't.
don't.
Lucky.
So credit to them. They listen, they buy in, they trust in each other, and I love them all.
We've seen that tonight, though. Coaches have talked about their players. St. Thomas said the same thing. His kids listen.
Oh, they buy in.
He enjoys practices. He's never had so much fun with kids. Your kids seem to listen. Kearsarge's kid. It's been.
Camper does a great job.
Yeah, it's very different.
That's a great. I'll call it right now. That Kearsarge team's going to be right back here next year. He's not losing a lot, and he's got leadership. He does a great job.
Coach, best of luck Saturday.
All right, thank you guys.
Good luck.
Thank you.
We look forward to it.
Appreciate it for coming on.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Eric Saucier, longtime head coach for Conant, giving credit to his guys for getting through to the other side, and what was kind of a hairy moment there when things tightened in the fourth quarter.
And he expressed that because you kind of go, whoa, wait a minute, we were just up 10, and they maintained the 10-point lead for a really long time until the end. All of a sudden, you get a couple quick baskets. And what happens, you look up and you're up by, only up by 4. Yikes, what happened there?
Yeah.
So they did a good job hanging on, though. And like you said, high school kids are going to make mistakes. They're going to turn the ball over. You're going to panic a little bit, especially in the semifinals. And you just have to make sure that once you make that mistake, you rectify it the next time down, or you get a stop. And they did all the things in the end that you're supposed to do to win. Kearsarge played well. They came back, and I think they were completely dead. They came back, and that was very, very, good to see.
All right, a few folks to thank, including Mike DeSilitz and his staff here at Bow High School. Appreciate that. Working with the different athletic directors for the 4 teams involved here tonight this week has been a pleasure of mine as well. So we appreciate the hard work from behind the AD desk, so to speak. And we'll be right back at it here again tomorrow for the girls' Division III semifinals beginning at 5:30. Want to thank John Barron, Kat Doyle, our 2 A-list videographers, once again doing a bang-up job here in Bow. And, of course, the whole thing orchestrated by the man behind the curtain, the wizard of replay, our director, Ben Beals, back in the Beals Insurance Studio.
Always count on the wizard.
The whole thing overseen by executive producer Steve Beals down in the Sunshine State. All right, for my partner, Justin Gorham, my name is Nick Anastas saying so long. Final score, final time, Conant 35, Kearsarge 30. It's been a presentation of the 2024 NHIAA Boys Basketball Division III semifinals right here on Friday Night Lights New Hampshire, broadcasting in conjunction with the NFHS Network.